Hello and welcome. The topic today is time to unlock. Well, one of the things I was willing to tell you relates to the words that are being used and that have opposite meanings. Meanings something like foolish intelligence or the similar expressions. Now they carry a special meaning, and the use of such combinations are categorized as oxymorons. In the last editorial yesterday, there were lot many cases like that. Today also we may find one or two similar cases, and I will be specific on those cases and how to get the correct meaning out of these expressions is what I will intend to explain today. So the topic is time to unlock. What is to be unlocked is to be seen. The subtopic J and K can return to normalcy only with full statehood and release of political prisoners. This is the subtopic. The important ones being J and K, normalcy, statehood, release of political prisoners. So it gives a very simple message. It says that J and K is not normal. It must return to normalcy. Now, what is not normal in J and K? See, special bills or resolutions put J and K into a different category, the category of union territory. Union territory and state have different rules to follow. Union territory, a union territory is governed by the center, but a state has its own government, own elected members, which run the affairs. Now, this is the basic difference. So, J&K earlier was a state. It was turned into a union territory, and so it has lost its statehood, and that is why it is not normal. So, it must return to normalcy by getting the statehood and the release of political parties, political prisoners. So earlier, these political prisoners were restrained from public meetings, or they were put to home isolations. They were a kind of imprisonment was there, and this curtailed some constitutional provisions associated with the things of matter. Let us go ahead with the passage. We shall be looking for matters related to statehood of J&K and release of political prisoners of J&K. Okay. At least two dozen politicians in Jammu and Kashmir remain in detention, some unnotified, a year after it was deprived of its statehood and special constitutional status on August 5, 2019. So, this sentence has one or two special things I must explain over here. So let us see. Some identified. Now this word group is speaking about something. Now whom does it speak to, or to what it is related, is to be seen. Now it is related to the noun which is nearest to it. The nearest noun is uh, is politicians. It says that some politicians are not notified, so without even notice, some have been put to detention. This is the message. So at least 2 dozen politicians in JNK were put to detention. Some of them unnotified. Even a year after it was deprived of its statehood, it was converted into a union territory. This is what it means. And a special constitutional status on August 5, 2000, and the special status of Article 370 was withdrawn on August 5, 2019. So almost 1 year has gone since the withdrawal of Article 370 as well as deprivation of statehood of JNK. And this is the thing which gets introduction to this passage. Last week, People's Democratic Party (PDP) President and former Chief Minister Mahbooba Mufti's detention was formally extended by another 3 months under the JNK Public Safety Act, but several others remained restrained within their homes in Kashmir, which is now Union territory under the rule of Delhi. So, this again is a large sentence and it has a couple of messages. It says Mahbooba Mufti, the former chief minister, as well as the president of PDP. She was detained earlier, and her detention has been formally extended for another 3 months. The rules applying for such an extension is Public Safety Act, and several others were put to home isolation. They were restrained within their homes because JNK is a union territory now and is ruled by Delhi. So this explains the previous sentence, how the statehood of JNK has been deprived and a special constitutional status of Article 370 was withdrawn, things like that. Last week again, the administration flat out denied before the Supreme Court. What is flat out denial? A denial without hesitation is flat out denial. So last week again, the administration flat out denied before the Supreme Court that former Union Minister and Congress leader Saifuddin Soz was under detention, though he has been restrained from moving and speaking freely. So, one Congress leader, Saifuddin Soz, has been restrained from moving and is speaking freely in public. This is the situation there. But in an answer to Supreme Court, the government has denied that Mr. Saifuddin Soz has been detained. So this is what it goes on over there in Kashmir. The government is using some wrong, making some wrong statements, giving unclear picture about the state, about the matters of affair over there in Jammu and Kashmir. So next sentence is he was allowed to visit his ailing sister but denied a meeting with his daughter by the police on Friday. So this is one incident. It says that Soz was allowed to visit his sister who was sick, but he was not allowed to meet his daughter by the police, by the local police. Neither the J&K government nor the center has released a list of number of leaders who were detained a year ago. Further, to add to the issues is that the government has not yet released the list of leaders that have been detained over there or have been put to home isolation. At least 16 National Conference and 8 PDP leaders are under house arrest. So this is the figure, estimated figure, not the true one. It is an estimated figure. Why it is estimated? Because it says at least. This word makes it an estimated figure according to these parties. So the parties speak of as to how many of their leaders have been detained, and that is 16 from National Conference and 8 from PDP. Former IAS officer and chief of J&K People's Movement Shah Faisal and Awami Ittihad party leader Engineer Rashid are in detention also. So these leading persons are also detained. People's Conference PC Chief Sajad Lone was released after 360 days in detention last week. So last week PC Chief Sajad Lone was released after 1 year of detention. Two former chief ministers, Farooq Abdullah and Omar Abdullah, were released in March. So two former chief ministers, Farooq Abdullah and Omar Abdullah, were released in March itself this year. The 2019 move of BJP government the center went beyond the strident Hindutva position against the special status of J&K by reorganizing it as two union territory. So, what is strident Hindutva? What is strident? Strident stands for something loud and harsh. BJP is known to be harsh Hindu, not a polite Hindu. And this is what it says, that the BJP government at the center went beyond their harshness against the special status of J&K. What was the special status? The special status was 360 Article 3 provisions of Article 370. Now they have gone beyond, and in that they have reorganized J&K into two union territories. This is a sort of radical. This is expected to bring about some radical changes over there in the name of Hindutva. The wisdom of the decisions remains an open question, and the logic remains under question. Though they refurbished the BJP's claims of muscular nationalism. What is muscular nationalism? Nationalism proving to be patriotic by force. You are forcing patriotism. So BJPs have redecorated their refurbished means redecorated. BJP have redecorated their forceful patriotism, their harshness, Hindutva, things like that. The dubious legislative route that the center took and the communication restrictions on the population that followed cast a shadow on India's standing as a constitutional democracy. See, India is a constitutional democracy. Our holy book is the constitution, and anything against that constitution is a kind of crime. So the legislative methods adopted by the center is doubtful, dubious. Dubious stands for doubtful, and the manner in which they have restricted communication on the population puts a shadow uh, over constitutional democracy. Furthermore, in addition to this, the judiciary, the J&K High Court and the Supreme Court has not shown any alacrity to settle the constitutional and legal questions raised before it, and in fact appear to privilege the executive's position in the uh, in the last 1 year. So this is something like a support from the judiciary in the matter as well. They do not have any tendency to settle those questions, and they are promoting the executive's position in the last 1 year after removal of Article 370. Some scholars have linked the continuing Chinese aggression in Ladakh to the change in J&K status. Okay, some literates have put their brains and said, okay, the Chinese aggression is forcing the center to change the status of J&K. The spirit of Indian federalism has been weakened. So the constitutional provisions laid out there and the federalism defined by the constitution has weakened under these circumstances. Mainstream politics in J&K has become impossible, with leaders in detention and those released reportedly undertaking to stay away from any public discussion on J&K's future. So the local politicians are not have been detained, and they are not allowed to speak out openly in public. This makes the politics of the state impossible. This is not a sustainable situation if India wants to protect its global reputation and uphold the faith of its own citizens. So the government stands to lose public confidence on what it has taken up and how it has worked out in J&K. There are two steps the center can take to start a conversation with the people of J&K. Now there is a suggestion that center should try to pacify or try to undo what it has done earlier, and for that it requires two steps. The first is release of all political prisoners, and the second is restore the statehood. The restoration of statehood is essential. Then only the area will become free from central rule. These will be wise steps towards healing the progress in J&K, and this is how progress in J&K can be made. Healing means repairing. The repair is required for progress to come about. So this is the kind of suggestion given by the author. Now the content is very simple. It describes all the harsh measures taken by the center and the flout of the constitutional provisions. The judiciary working hand in hand with the central government is also being quoted over here, and this kills the so many steps which would otherwise be very essential for the progress of Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you. Thank you with request to like and subscribe this channel.